everyone. Thank you for tuning into my page today and welcome to Sensational Touch at Kamishita's Corner. My name is Kamishita and this will be another episode of Soaping and Spirituality where I make soap or cut soap and talk about all things traditional African spirituality. Alright, so we're going to be cutting 2 loaves of soap today. This is the Citronella, and we're also going to be cutting Peppermint patty, our peppermint soap. So we're going to be using our knife today, no crinkle cutter this time, or maybe, I don't know. Maybe we'll use the crinkle cutter for the experiment. Well, anyway, I'll see. But thank you all for tuning in. Please click the like button as you continue to watch, and if you have a comment, you can put your comment in the description box below the description box, I should say. Also, do share this video with anyone that you think would love to watch, all of your friends and family. Okay, so for this soap, I did a bit of a drop swirl. And again, I did it with my bright fluorescent orange and some white. And if you're interested in purchasing this soap, you can send me an email, and you at kamishitascorner.com, and you will receive an invoice with a little bit of a special discount because you'll be pre-ordering it. All of our pre-orders receive $1 off our online price. So you'll be sending an email to Kamishita at kamishitascorner.com, and I'll send you out an email. You can have 1, 2, or 3 bars. We limit it to 3 for pre-orders per person. Alrighty, so the last time I was on here talking about soap and spirituality, I was talking a little bit about our calendar. So for the Kemetic calendar, we are in our first month of our new year, 420. And we have an app for our calendar now too. All across the globe have just celebrated one of our holy days, which is called Fish Day. And Fish Day is a day where we do not eat any meat. There's a way that we show our unification with all animals that dwell on the land, and we do not eat any meat of any kind. Instead, we come together with our families and friends and community, and we eat fish, and we give thanks, of course. Alrighty, I'm going to show you the cut of this. And once again, just to kind of, I like that. It's pretty nice. Let's put this back here for our design. Just to let everybody know once again that we're following the sidereal calendar. And the sidereal calendar, just to remind you, is a calendar that is the most astronomically accurate, which means it is a calendar that is not based on any political, religious, social, any kind of agenda. It is a calendar that follows astronomical occurrences that actually occur in the cosmos, and it tracks the alignment of the Sirius star the sun, and the earth, which occurs every 1,461 years. Okay, so in this calendar, we also have months that consist of 30 days and 3 weeks, or what they call decans. And in each decan, in the first decan, we celebrate the new year on Tehuti the first, because the first month is called the month of Tehuti. So we celebrate our new year. And one of the first holidays that we celebrate is Fish Day. And I just talked about Fish Day. So that is the day that we show our unity with all of the land-dwelling animals on the planet, and we do not eat any meat. We share fish with our family and friends, passerbys, people who have decided they wanted to come in. If we're at the temple or if we're in a community, we can share fish with everyone that you wish. Okay, that was the Citronella soap, and this is our Peppermint. Now this one, I used a mixture of 2 different micas to make the green, plus spirulina. I used yellow and blue, ultramarine blue, and yellow, not mica, oxides. And then I added a little bit of spirulina to that to make the green color. And then I put a little titanium dioxide for the white. And voila, there we have it. Okay, I just want to kind of wipe this knife off a little bit on my napkin, just so that there's no soap residue from the citronella going into the peppermint. Yeah, so another one of our holidays that we celebrate, well, this holiday doesn't come once a year. This is one that comes every decan, and the decan is 10 days. We celebrate what's called Ancestral Holy Day. And Ancestral Holy Day comes every decan. And that is a day that we honor and revere all of the members in our family line on our mother's side and our father's side that are responsible for us being here. Those are the people who have lived and have deceased. Now, we're not going to go too much into ancestors, who's ancestors and who are not ancestors. We're just going to talk today about the fact that every decan, we take time to honor and revere those who came before us. And this is a tradition that you will see in not just African spiritual traditions and cultures, but you see that in many indigenous cultures across the globe honor and revere their ancestors. They may do it in different ways. They may have different rituals and routines that they follow, but they all honor and revere their ancestors. They all take time to pay their respects to those who came before them. And everybody has ancestors. Every individual has ancestors. And we're just being general right now. We're not speaking about what makes an ancestor. Okay? And in a general sense, an ancestor is a relative of yours from your mother or your father's line that has lived and passed. Now, ancestors are relatives who have lived and passed, but all of our relatives are not ancestors. We're not going to get into that today. We can get into that on another day. But that ancestral day happens every decan. And there are 3 decans within 1 month, so We have 3 ancestral holy days every month. And what we do as Chem is we make special food for our ancestors. We put it on our altar, and we do that in a very specific way. And we say our prayers and we give thanks to them. It's just a way of honoring those who came before us. There are some people who think, oh, well, you have to just focus on gods. But regardless of how or what we attribute to our gods, oh, that's a really nice swirl right there. How much power we attribute to them. All of the gods have to use a human being like you and me in order for another human being to come into existence. In other words, people don't come into existence straight from the world of the gods. Gods don't say, okay, you know what? I want to create someone by the name of Kamishita, and like me, that's me. And voila, I'm here. No, they have to use my mother and my father. And for my mother and my father to get here, their mother and their father were used. Okay, so I like how it kind of swirls up. I don't know if you can see that well on camera, but there's like a swirl. It's like a half moon type of swirl that came out, which is really, really nice. And this is my peppermint soap. It's very wispy looking, so it's not very pronounced, but it's nice. And I like that. Yeah, so regardless of what powers we can attribute to our gods, and I will never take away anything from anyone's God, but in order for you and me to be here, we need our mother and our father. And they needed their mother and their father. And so on and so on and so on. So everybody came to earth from a mother and a father. Whether you know them or not, that's another story. But you were not here without your mother and your father. So we give thanks for that, because without them, we couldn't be here. So we take the time 3 times within our month to give thanks to our ancestors. And we don't do it on just any day. We do it on very specific days. And that's why our calendar is so important, because our calendar lets us know what days are the best days to honor your ancestors. What days are the days where when we sit down and when we do our purifications and we put down whatever items of food items or drink items that we put down, and we say our prayers to and through our ancestors, because that's Chem, that's what we do. We do not pray directly to the gods. We pray to our ancestors, because our ancestors are our intermediaries between us and the divine world. So we pray to and through our ancestors. And we do that on very specific days of the week. And those are the days that, according to our calendar, are the most advantageous days for us to communicate with them. Okay, so I have cut both loaves of our soap. We have our citronella and we have our peppermint. And we talked a little bit about ancestors. We'll pick up this conversation on the next video. I'd like to thank every last one of you for tuning in today. Thank you for watching. Please, if you haven't already, click the thumbs up button. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what about traditional spirituality you would like to know more about. And I will let you know from my perspective. I practice Chem, and I'm also a Khan. And thank you again for watching, and I will see you hopefully on our next video. Goodbye, everyone.